Hey everyone, so today I'm off on another landscape photography camping trip to Gaspesie National Park. I just kind of had the urge to be back in the mountains. I got the car all packed up and I was ready to go. All packed up, but it's crazy though. Nobody ever tells you how long it takes to really pack up the car. I mean, I got up at 8:30, showered, prepared everything. This is all the stuff that I packed up that I have to bring down the day of because the food will spoil in the car overnight. So imagine it took me about 2 hours to fill up the car. I started at 8:30 getting up, and now it's almost 10:30 and I haven't left yet. So I have 8 hours to go now for driving. And this is the kind of stuff that people don't show you in landscape photography, but it's a lot of time. If you're going camping for a few days, this is what you gotta do. So it's exhausting. I'm tired before even getting there. So yeah, gonna depart right now and get on my 8-hour drive. It's gonna be really fun. It's looking like 7 hours 55 minutes, 763 kilometers. Oh yeah, exciting times. It's raining. Honestly, every time I pack the car, the only thing I stress about the most is the amount of food I have, which is always enough. But I mean, just managing the ice to food portion in the cooler. Oh my god, it's so complicated, because if you put too much ice or not enough, your food's gonna spoil. Put too much ice, you have to cram everything in the corner and try to fit all the food that needs cooling. But every time, no matter how much I'm going for, no matter how much food I'm taking, I seem to manage. So yeah, it's definitely stressful filling up a cooler with ice and food, making sure everything fits. Everything else is easy. I just needed to get out of the city and get to the mountains. And if you're not familiar with Gaspesie National Park, it's pretty known as a mecca for hiking in Quebec. A lot of trails, a lot of mountainous trails. It was raining pretty much all the way through my 8-hour drive, which, even though the drive is about 8 to 9 hours, as soon as you get out of the city and into the countryside, the scenery gets coastal and changes and gets really, really interesting. Even on the way up, I had to pull over and just check out the views, because there's just something about being by the sea, with the sea salt in the air, and especially on a rainy day like today. And for me, I don't know what it is, but just being by this kind of environment does tickle my senses and just leave me feeling at peace. So I just spent a couple of minutes taking it in. Before continuing on my drive to Gaspesie National Park. So after a 9-hour drive, finally the mountains peaked into view, and I got to my campsite, got camp set up, cracked open a beer, and just called it a night. But this was just day one of my trip, so I hope you guys stay tuned for what's to come for photography on the following days.